Okay, so I am working to get a group of individuals in different places to work together towards the one objective that should be our priority. Looking at everything that I'm working with, commissary is very necessary. Uh, I've decided that the best thing to do is to work with our resources, which is each one of you, and establish a system for grant writing that will allow CIVN to pay administration and consultants. Um, and beyond that, get funding for everything else that they need. Um, so everybody is going to continue learning the things that we originally needed them to learn. We are just going about it in a different way. So I'm going to just be showing you some things. I'll be sharing with you here. This is where we're going to start. So CIVN pieced together this grant and it closed, but we never submitted the final version. We already have the actual application. So the actual application is completed, and I'll point out everything here from this point forward. It needs to be updated. So you'll get a copy of this. So uh, we want to see what internally the organization needs. I've asked everyone to tell me what they need. Is it laptops? Is it in this case, these are staples. We'll always want this stuff right here, but we want to know uh, in-kind donated items could include laptops. They could include printers. They could include paper. Uh, it, so we need to know we need a laundry list of what is needed. Sorry, okay. That's coming from the boots on the ground. We're going to be looking at this budget is way under uh, what it was the last time I checked. And I know that this service amount, number of clients that we service, this needs to be updated. So we'll be working on two fronts. And the narratives and the management of these versions, because these versions we're going to reuse. The management of these versions will be Marisol's responsibility. Then the other portion, let me see, did we include that here? No, it wasn't included here. The other portion then would be let me show that here real quick. I have already spoken to the one we need to revisit. I shouldn't do it. So Marcus, I don't. I'm not telling you what to do, but I highly would recommend that the board of directors sits down and considers establishing this as a paid position, and so that the one would step down as vice president. Um, this, of course, needs to be updated because we have two individuals, so we need to update that. Uh, we have the administrative support right now, which is Dashley and Mariah. You're pretty much doing the bookkeeping of the organization. So I was just looking at this and I'm saying, basically, I've always For years and years, I've always said that an organization needs to spend at least 25% of the revenue, at least, in administration, and that is unheard of. Um, but we do need to consider the positioning of our resources, and the one acts as the executive director. For me, he's the acting executive director. So I'm going to be looking for funding to see about setting him up. And there's also, we need at least two other individuals, one managing uh, the reporting and one managing the numbers. And so there's also then, besides that, bookkeeping that has to get done because we need to put together a grant. So Nayara's gonna help me with that, and she's gonna be helping me uh, through your input to justify $100,000. That's what I'm thinking we should ask for. Um, So anyway, that's great. Just FYI. I know that both of you are a team, and what I would like to do is to have you guys get the application internally, piece it together with the numbers that you have. They are preliminary numbers, and they're preliminary objectives, and I'll work also. There is a system that we have developed. Well, the Lord just dropped it in my lap is really what happened. Um, but so CEs, then there's C working documents for this. No. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll find it in just one moment. So we're doing this. We're doing this. CEs priorities. File random. Where? Workbook. We need to go. We need to go over this workbook. This is how we write grants. All this stuff is good stuff. It's really good stuff. This is what we're going to be working on. Marcus, pay attention. This is what we're going to be using to do our 2 times every month workshops for grant writing for free for the community. So all this stuff is already there. I'm just gonna go over it. It's really good. It's free. It's from Legal Aid of Northwest Texas. They said we could use it. They said we could use it. Anyway, yeah. So this is the content of our workshop, and I need to go over it with you guys. So let's plan some time together, or I will actually just go over it and record it, unless you guys feel that, you know, you get no opportunity to opine. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Do a survey, find out if people actually want to do this together, or if they would rather me record it in this monotonous way. Whatever works for you guys. I just want to make sure we are all on the same page. But this is part of what CIVN is doing right now. Not this, well, but this. This is a workbook that shows organizations that by just these are the parts of the grant, but by telling your story through answering questions, you are a better storyteller and you can justify your argument. So, in a quick nutshell, this is going to help us to be better grant writers because we're going to be looking at the problem that needs to be solved. And we look at it from the perspective of, if I am a potential donor with $25,000 sitting in front of you, and you have a problem that you're looking for some funding for, and that you want me to invest in, then I want to know what is the urgent need that's going on with you, and how will the funding help. And then, so by asking all these questions, we develop the right question. And that's this process right here. And I'm excited to do it with you all again. It's going to be a lot quicker. Uh, I love to do it together because it's your input that makes it worthwhile. So anyway, we'll work with that later. It's already too late in the day, so if I'm not making any sense, I'm sorry. If I'm not making any sense, I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to be working with the budget. I'm going to be projecting a request for at least $100,000, thinking that is appropriate based on where CIVN is, and I believe that we can get it. But we need to provide a lot of details. So you guys, let's work together for that. Nayara, you and I are going to become very familiar with this form. This form is going to be different depending on the grants that we're going to be working on, and not necessarily this, but down here we're going to highlight different things, and I need you to keep track of the versions. So for the grant, let's say for a grant from a planting gardening grant, we'll have different things that are going to stand out. We will always look to put money in here, and especially here, and especially there, especially there. So anyway, that's. I'm hoping that I'm making sense. I'm just tired. It's late, and I uh, just wanted to make sure that I shared the information that I have, and it's been difficult. So this is just information and stuff you already have. Let's get let's come together and make it work. All right. Uh, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.